There's another example I'm forgetting where the US had to make friends with at least one Arab country. I don't know which one now, where it was a similar case where
It was the
they needed
Germans,
landing.
actually. I know what you're referring to. This is a year later, in '77. So this is the kind of last gasp of the PFLP XO, the breakaway group. They hijack on behalf of German leftists, radicals. They hijack a German plane, a passenger plane in Majorca, in the Mediterranean, and they fly it all over the place. Rome, Cyprus, onto Dubai. They land it in Yemen. Now, Yemen was where the PFLP had its base, and they fully anticipated ending the hijacking there, kind of triumphantly, with all their hostages and everything else in Yemen. Except the Yemeni authorities didn't want them to land. They actually ended up landing the plane. Just the pilot said, "We've got to land, we've got no fuel." And they didn't. And they landed the plane basically in the sand in Aden, in what was then the People's Democratic Republic of Yemen, and a Marxist state. And even though it was a Marxist state, it still listened, the leaders listened when the Stasi, so the East Germans, said to them, "Do not let that plane land. And now that it's landed, do not let the PFLP, this Palestinian armed group, anywhere near it." And that meant that they were delayed, and it also meant they had to fly somewhere else, and they flew to Mogadishu. And there again, it was Cold War politics that changed the whole dynamic, because the president of Somalia had just decided that he was going to start tilting towards the Americans, as opposed to being pro-Soviet, for another whole series of complicated reasons. And so he did, and to show his goodwill, he allowed the Germans to land their specialist police unit in Mogadishu and attack the plane, kill the hijackers and free all the hostages. So again, all the focus has been on this military stuff, but without the Cold War dynamics behind it and the politics, the military stuff is useless.